Hey everybody, it's Lori here at Voice in the Dark, and it starts with us. I thought what I would do is spend a little time reintroducing myself. Um, I'm a retired mother, grandmother, ex-wife twice, and a boatload of experience behind me. And I've gone through the dark night of the soul, which is our awakening. And oh, it has been a humdinger. I was one of those that hid all my feelings and emotions, my deep ones, that really hurt my feelings and pain and stuff. And I buried it because I wasn't about to let anyone see that they hurt my feelings or hurt me. Now, not they hurt me physically. I knocked the shit out of them. But well, I didn't really beat them up, but I would I'd stop them real fast. You don't do that to me. But the thing is, is that a lot of people hurt my feelings, and I buried it. But I kept on going. A lot of it was because I was living my life my way, on my terms, not the way my mom and dad did, or society, or anything else. Um, and you got to take the hits if you're going to be your own person. And so I did. And but then I got to be in my late 50s and found myself divorced and alone. I had my granddaughter with me at the time and a dog. No income to speak of. And I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? And so it was a fight for about 7 years to just work real hard and keep everything afloat. And then one day I retired and thought I would live with my daughter, one of them in Texas. But that kind of fell through. Neither one of us was really ready for that because we had both gone through a divorce and I just wasn't healthy yet. I hadn't had time to, what do you call it, go through even any of the pain or distraughtness or anything. So I found myself in the darkest night of the soul, alone. My granddaughter had moved home, with her mother, and my dog had died. I had to put her down, and it just all came rushing in all at once. And my father died then, and I'd had major surgery in the last 10, 11 years, and there was just too many things to even mention that kept happening all at once. And I firmly believe that it was because I buried all those feelings. And my soul said, I can't take it anymore. We got to clean this out. So I found myself sitting alone. Um, I used to have a house full of people all the time. I had a business. Um, and I'd worked, and I just, it was just a really horrible place to find myself. And I had been going through spiritual warfare for some time on top of it. And what I found was that regardless of the spiritual warfare, by the way, let me explain some things about spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare is very real. Um, and at this time, right before ascension, it's very heightened because they're trying to keep our souls here. They like to use them as, yeah, they like to take energy from us so that it helps them have a better life. Um, dig into it if you want to know more about it. But what I can tell you is they cannot hurt you, but they can scare you if they want to. They try to. They try to keep you stuck. They try to keep you negative and negative thinking, and they dig in when they say You have to pass through the 5 layers of hell. They mean it. Those 5 layers of hell are the devils and that come at you for every little thing that you might question about yourself in any type of way. Guilt, shame, fear, anger, you know, all the negatives that we tend to think about ourselves or are concerned about, or, you know, whatever. I lived a pretty strong life, and I did a lot. So there were a few things that I was concerned with in my life that I wish I'd done maybe different if I could. And so I wasn't real proud. And they just keep coming at you with it on each level until you're finally through it. You will get through it. I want you all to know that. One of the things I noticed is that the way they pressure you is I don't like it. I don't like the process at all, but it does work. So just trust the process is what I'm going to say. They can't hurt you. You can go on with your light work, collective work, whatever it is you do, and your ascension. Stand true to who you are. Stand up to them. Preferably maybe a little gentler than I do. I get a little wound up and angry. But however you have to do it, I'm in agreement with. But anyway, so we get through all this. The key here is what I've learned after going down the damn rabbit hole for so many years, is that we're pretty special to get this kind of attention. We're pretty special, and we're pretty needed in the 3D for the other beings that are here. But they won't talk to you. They won't even try to find a working symbiotic relationship at all. And they want to own and control you. And I know for a fact that I am not the only one that can't be controlled. Almost every soul that's here cannot be controlled. Some appear to be controlled because they do use the media and the news and education, and they control everything. So they control how we see it and how we experience it as best they can. Now, and that's okay. The only point I want to make, that I think is the biggest point, is that you don't have to agree with them. We aren't meant to live in boxes. We are creative, and we're free thinkers. Hell, that's what we built the United States of America on, was the thing that we wanted: freedom. Freedom to have whatever religion we wanted, and to be able to pray, you know, that's our privacy, that's our right, and our right to have a voice, our right to bear arms against foreign and domestic terror. Anyway, we're pretty special. And the big thing is that you need to love yourself. And I want you to love yourself so fiercely that there isn't another soul that can walk all over you ever again. Love yourself and find out who you really are deep inside. Even if it means you got to go through this dark night of the soul, which really sucks. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It really friggin' sucked. And but oh my God, whatever you do, don't wait as long as I did to go through these negative beliefs and stuff that you've created. Because in all honesty, we help recreate it over and over as we go over it in our brain. And mine would go for spurts. I mean, and mine usually always revolved around the loss of income. Then the mind would go and beat me up for everything that I'd ever done. And which, when I'm making enough money, I didn't give a damn what I did. So find out what it is about you that causes the hamster wheel to start going on all the negative thoughts, and get to the bottom of that, because that's where the key is, to unlock your mind and be able to love yourself, because you'll cover that area and you'll be able to let it go and give it to God. And I say God, but I mean God, Goddess, all that is. I mean Source. I mean the Most High. We're all an integral part of the Most High. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like this huge mind, and you know how we have our imagination. Well, God has an imagination. He imagined all of us. He wanted to experience life as different characters. We're those characters, and we're each unique. We're all very loved, and we're all, you don't have to have shame. Live your life. Experience this life. That's what God wanted to experience it as anyway, as your personal personality. And if you're damaged, you're damaged. Hell, he knows that's coming too. There isn't anything God doesn't know. So believe in a higher power. I don't care what you call it. They don't either. They just want you to know that they're there to help. We have all kinds of help. We have ancestors. We have our soul tribes. We have our star families, because none of us are from here anyway. And we are an integral part of Source. So we don't need unity. We don't need to belong to a hive mind ever, because we're already linked automatically to the greatest mind in the cosmos. So no, hive mind is out of the question. So as you're going through this dark night of the soul, and you're going through this ascension and awakening time, you're going to be offered to go into different portals. They're going to offer it to you. Oh, come here and come there. And oh, you know, they're going to look interesting. And, you know, and one of my weaknesses is children. So they show me a lot of children. But know that you're not supposed to be a part of a hive. They'll show you. They have to show you. But come back out. Just back up and come back to your body, because you're going to go consciously. Your conscious mind's going to go look. And they know it, because they see you. They see you as a almost like a water energy with maybe an eyeball or something, or a little face. But the thing is that you don't belong in a hive. None of us do. We're individuals. We're sovereign beings. We're divine. And we are meant for other things. And one of them is to live out loud, love out loud, and fiercely. That means compassion, empathy. It means understanding that we are all souls on a path to God, back to Source. And the thing is every path goes back to Source. And since we each pick a different type of experience when we come here every time, we can't judge so-and-so over there. You know why? Because so-and-so over there is on a different storyline. We don't know if any of us are higher ranked or lower ranked or anything. So don't judge. You don't have to have them in your life, because that's their path this lifetime, not yours. And it's okay. but live. I got to a point where I was sitting here and going, I don't even know what makes me happy. I don't know what I want to do because everything's changed now. Doesn't matter if I'm 64. What matters is that I'm alive, I'm well, and somehow I'm getting healthier and better, and I'm not doing anything yet. But our world is changing. It's changing into something miraculous, and it's really cool. You will have time to go through your stuff. Everyone will. And we all realize that it will be at different stages for everyone. That's why you don't judge. And as the world, as each one of us starts to build a new reality for ourselves, you'll start seeing the world start changing as this domino effect starts taking place. And as we are all healing and mending and loving and getting better, the world will start turning and getting better. So don't worry about that. It will. Work on you because it starts with us. We have to be healthy. We have to be healed. We have to start creating a new world in our mind. But first we have to create a new person, a new us. And I love joking about stuff. You know, most of us do. I used to be able to keep people in stitches because I was funny about joking about this and that. No. Our subconscious mind doesn't know, and the universe doesn't know we're joking. So they keep giving us more of the crap because we talk about it. They don't know we're joking about it. Trying to make light of something. And so the words are spelling. It is spelling. That's why they talk about magic and witchcraft and demon, whatever they call it. We all do it. That's when we speak. We need to speak more. What would you call it? Just with more understanding that as we speak, so we become. So if it means that we become what we speak, what would you speak? Who would you be? Start finding out. Don't wait until you're retired and trying to figure it out. Because it really is something. Most retirees I talk to go through the same problem I'm going through. And it's finding something to do, something to keep me busy, because we got used to work. You work because you keep the house going, because you got a family to take care of. And then all of a sudden they're all grown up and they're gone. The grandkids are all grown up and gone. The dog's gone. And you're sitting here going, wow, now what do I do? You know? So it's a whole new world in many ways for all of us. And, but it does start with us. And if we can get a handle on who we are and really, really change it up, and I want to see young people do this because you guys do it so much easier than old ones. But give us older ones a break because we got a lot of knowledge. But I just wanted to put that out there because I know that a lot of people are starting to go through the processes of getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. This is a time when we're getting downloads and we're getting this strong energy coming from the universe to help us remember who we are and help us heal and break through all our blocks, our energy blocks. That's how we get sick. If you're sick somehow, it's an energy block. So it means you got something mentally wrong. Not wrong with you, but something is, you have a negative trauma situation, something, and you need to bust those blocks. And I like using a hypnotherapist. It makes it quicker and easier, in my opinion. because I like to heal. I believe in healing. I don't believe in being sick. And I'm learning to reset my body. I'm learning to reset my mind. I'm learning to reprogram my mind to something more beautiful that it really is. Because when you look back, when you get stuck on that hamster's wheel, with the negative thoughts and going back through the past and and I had a lot of past to go through. It is it keeps us down for so long, and the point I want to make here is that is a minute, a really small amount of journey in the bigger scheme of the journey. I look at my life and I've had excitement, and I've had crazy, and I've had wow moments, and I've had epiphanies, and I've lived a big life. And I didn't want a handful of things that I feel guilty or shameful about or not proud of to be all that I was looking at anymore. I wanted it to be the good things, because there was more good by far than bad. The bad just seemed really bad. And but that's only because you're feeling weak in another area. So let's clean up that area. So I cleaned up my money issues by giving it to God, a higher power. I had given my whole life to God, but my money, because in a past life, I had a husband leave me, left me with the kids, and no money, and we were high society, and we were shunned, and blah blah blah, and the story goes down from there. Now, but it hit me hard, and so in this lifetime, I was going to take care of my money no matter what, and make my own money, and I have, and I did, and I took care of all my own responsibilities, my 2 kids, and everything. I live life my way on my terms. However, there was a part of that that was hindering something bigger in me, my creative self, my uh, fearlessness in creating and daring to even dream that I could just be me and really find what I want to do and grow and become. And now I just feel like I've been given a whole new second chance at life in the most miraculous way. And I haven't felt this good in I don't know how many years. I mean, I lived my life and I got through it and everything, but I had aches and pains. I had this, I had that, but you just get through it and you carry it and you keep going. We all know how that goes. But I'm here to tell you that once I started going through the garbage in my head, in my body, and really started exploring changing the programming of my mind and finding where the little pieces needed to be redone, restructured, or however you look at it. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. And I feel younger and more alive than I have in I don't know how long. And I'm hoping that pretty soon I'll start really figuring out what it is I want to do and what I like and what I, would like to be a part of. I know I want to be a part of nurturing the earth and getting her back to healthy. I know that even if it just means doing my part here, in my own community or, my own yard, and to share that with others. And I know that I want to embrace my spiritual gifts because I have so many and share them with others. And not be afraid to just simply be alive and allow my heart to shine again, my soul to shine again. And I think that if you really ask yourself, that's exactly what you'd like to do too. We get caught up in the day-to-day. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way we live. However, we need to stand up for ourselves more. And that's as far as personal relationships, not let people walk on us. We can't fix people. So we have to stop trying. Bless them to their highest good and let them go. That's the only way they'll learn. And it's the only way they'll grow. Then our communities and our governments and our world. I think that we need to stand up and speak for ourselves as women, as humans, to the world and let them know, no, I don't agree with any of this, the way it's going down and the way it's happening. And find your place, whatever it is. Find what drives you, what your passion is, and what kind of service you want to be to the world. Find what it is, and you'll find you in that finding. That's all I got tonight. Lori out. Have a good week.